So before we get underway into the AFL tips, I just want to say that changed the name of the channel. It's now Low Key Footy. I just wanted something that's a bit more, bit different to AFL fan, because that was a bit of a boring name. So I've changed the name of the channel, and I'm going to be doing probably some gaming videos, as I've been really enjoying playing games, and that's where I've really wanted to be doing that from the start, but I hadn't. So yeah, we'll get into today's video, which will be my round 19 AFL tips. So we start on Friday night with Port Adelaide and the Collingwood Football Club. So Collingwood, you refresh my memory. You're coming off a disappointing loss to Carlton last weekend, and Port Adelaide coming off a good win against St Kilda, which was tough, but they got through in the end. I think this game will end heavily in Port Adelaide's favour. They do like to beat really thump teams that don't quite have quality, and I'd say Collingwood would be in the thumping category. So I think Collingwood will win. I think Port Adelaide will win. I think they're too strong, and I think it'll be Port Adelaide by 39 points. The Saturday games, we've got Carlton. For Carlton, coming off a good win against Collingwood, with Melbourne coming off a decently close game against Essendon. If Carlton hadn't beat Collingwood, I would have put this game a lot closer, but they did beat Collingwood. And then North Melbourne, I think this game might be a good game to watch as a neutral, maybe, if you like close games, because I think it'll be close. But I think Carlton will edge out North Melbourne this one. But I wouldn't be surprised if North Melbourne edge out this one. This is one where I definitely think there could be a bit of a upset, if you call North Melbourne winning an upset. I think this game... So next up we've got Saints v West Coast. I think this game will be really undershadowed because we've got some of the great crackers this weekend, like the Bulldogs and Melbourne and Richmond and Geelong, and even Essendon and Giants. That's turning out to be a good game. I think this will be overshadowed, but it's very important for the top 8 race. I see this as, if St Kilda lose it, they miss out on finals. I see it as, if West Coast lose it, if West Coast win this game, I think they'll make finals, because from that point on, I still think they've got a good chance whether they lose or win this game. But if they win this, I would almost put it without them to choke. So, and then next, if they lose, maybe they miss out. But for me, I think St Kilda will get it done. I think, and people will go, oh, it's just you being biased. Well, I genuinely think we can win this. Some people might say it's a harder game than Port Adelaide. I think it isn't. I think we'll beat West Coast, and I think we'll beat them by 22 points. We beat them earlier on in the season. This game is at Optus, so that might put it against us. But I think St Kilda will win this by 20 points. So, Brisbane Lions vs Gold Coast, the Q Clash. The unforetold rivalry. I think that overall, I think there's a chance maybe Gold Coast pull off an upset. Brisbane are in bad form, but I'm going to put it in them, and I'm going to say they won't choke, and I'll say I think Brisbane win this. There's not much to talk about here. Brisbane, they need to win this game to get there, to just steady the ship, and I think they will. I think they'll manage to steady the ship here, but you never know. Maybe we see an upset. Gold Coast on in. They're in okay form. They didn't get destroyed against the Bulldogs, and they had 2 good games before that. I think Brisbane will win here by 25 points. I think here we'll see a bit of the first kind of upset. I think Hawthorn will beat Adelaide. Something just gives me the feeling that Hawthorn will win. I don't know why, but I just have that feeling that Hawthorn will win this game. I just have that ever so slight feeling that they will win this game. Maybe it's beyond them, but personally I think Hawthorn pick up a quite easy win. I think they'll win in the end by about 5 goals, by 30 points. People will say, well, they're not going to win at all. I think there'll be an upset. So I think Hawthorn by 5 goals. So, probably the most entertaining game that everyone will be watching on Saturday night is between the Melbourne Demons and the Western Bulldogs. So, the Melbourne Demons, what do they bring to the table? They will want to get back after a disappointing draw last week to Hawthorn. They'll want to get back to winning ways. Apart from that good win against Port Adelaide, they've looked a bit lacklustre the last month or two. And I think against Bulldogs, it'll be the Western Bulldogs. I think it'll be a great way to try and show that they're back. But I think Melbourne will drop off in the run home, and I think they might drop off out of the top 2. I think Geelong and Bulldogs, personally, in my opinion, are a bit better. So I have the Bulldogs overtaking Melbourne, and I think they'll win this game. I think the Western Bulldogs will win this game, and they'll move into first. The Greater Western Sydney Giants. I think that the Giants and Essendon, I think this is a big game. I think the Giants, if they win, still gives them a slight chance. If Essendon win, that would be massive. For their finals chances, it would be huge. But I just have a feeling that for some reason, this will be a bit of a bump in the road for Essendon. Because I don't see a way that they manage to prevail here. So I think Giants win this. I do. And people say, oh, it's a bit controversial. Essendon, they're in a lot better form. They look better. They're going to win. No, the Giants have this. I think they'll surprise a couple of people, and I think they'll show that despite the fact they're a bit inconsistent, there's still a realistic chance for finals. So the next game, Geelong versus Richmond. This will be a big game. Richmond obviously pulled off a surprise win against Brisbane last weekend, and that ended a run of a lot of bad performances against St Kilda, West Coast, Gold Coast. So that'll be relieving for them. But are they back? Are they back? Is this the start? Well, this will be a test. If they're back, they will perform well in this game. If they're not, they will get thumped. Dustin Martin is out for the rest of the season. I'm pretty sure he's out for finals as well. So that'll be a big blow to them. Like, that's a big blow. If they were playing their best football, I wouldn't be worried. I would be like, yeah, Dustin Martin, but he's not as big of a part of the Richmond side as he's hyped up to be. Like, they're still a really good side. But now I'm like, well, he's one of their key players. It's going to be tough. Real tough to try and make it. But I think in total, I think Richmond, I don't see a way they just beat Geelong. Like, sure, they can come out, but with no Dusty now, they're still not in their best form. We don't know. I think Geelong win this. They're just a safer team to go with. I think Richmond can win it if they play well, but I don't know which Richmond's going to turn up. And with no Dusty, their best isn't going to be what it used to be. So for me, it's Geelong, but I'll go with 22 points. I think Richmond will play well, but not well enough. So the final game, and I'll make this quick, is Sydney versus Fremantle. Firstly, I think Sydney will win. Fremantle coming off being thumped by Geelong by 69 points, almost 70. A massive hit to their percentage, massive hit to their confidence and form. And now they're coming up against arguably the informed team in Sydney. So Sydney they're gonna win this. It'll be a breeze. And Fremantle are gonna find it really hard to win and to make it through. I think Sydney win this, and I think that puts them, if Port lose somehow to Collingwood, gives them a chance. Or even if Brisbane lose to Gold Coast somehow. Like there's just one upset. That if Brisbane lose to Gold Coast, that's an opportunity that Sydney will take, and they will. If they get the opportunity to pounce, they will. Sydney will win this game by, let's say, 20 points. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to like and sub, and see you in the next one. Probably a gaming video, first one on the channel. See you then.